Man, if you got a pulse and you're walking around, then you know how hot it is. And it is said that 265 million Americans will feel temperatures 90 degrees or higher over the next 7 days. For us, it's from now until August 2nd. Every single day is in the 90s, and we're going to be in the upper 90s starting tomorrow. This is insane. I got some audio that I want you to listen to. Oh, after the commercial, you know they got to slip that in. Of course they do. Okay, here we go.
For CNN weather, let's tell you about the severe weather across the eastern third of the United States the past 24 hours. Lots of severe wind gust reports across the region, but notice a lot of rain to go with these storms as well. In fact, New York City have a daily maximum rainfall record there for the date, 1.85 inches, besting the previous record from 2012 at 1.67 inches. Keeping it unsettled across the region and even into the Midwest, we saw quite a bit of rainfall come down. Central Park even picked up 1.85 inches of rainfall, but portions of the Midwest pushing up to 3, even close to 4 inches in a few spots. But severe weather, speaking of the Midwest, still have it in action across the upper Midwest and some scattered storms across areas of the Southeast as well. But it is a level 2 concern on a scale of 1 to 5. That is a slight risk. Damaging winds again, the primary threat across that region. Now, look at this. How about some good news if you're a fan of monsoonal rainfall across the Southwest? Of course, getting some relief here for not only firefighting efforts in recent months, but also just the drought conditions. So, above average rainfall expected. There above average potential for rainfall over the next couple of weeks. But really, what doesn't change much is the incredible bout with warmth in place across the lower 48. And of course, climatologically, the latter portion of July into early August is peak heat, usually when it's observed across the U.S. So going to see some of this expand on and towards the Northeast the next few days, but the big story remains the 50 plus million Americans underneath these heat alerts, as hot as 115 degrees, what it feels like outside. In a few areas in Abilene, in the shade, 110. That ties a record standing from the 1880s, even across Wichita Falls, pushing up to this threshold, and in Austin, coming in with a high temperature, again, record values at 103 degrees. Long term, it stays that way, well above average. Even the Pacific Northwest finally getting in another round of heat across the region. But we do expect, at least initially, to see a slight cooling trend with temps coming back down over the next several days, but by back down, instead of 110, closer to say 102, 103 for OKC and Dallas. Highs in Chicago will aim for about 92 degrees. I'm meteorologist Pedro Mzepahiri. This is CNN weather.
Mm, mm, mm. 90 everywhere or above. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very dangerous time of the year, especially if you have children, the elderly, and of course your pets. So, this will impact a large portion of the US this week. Right now, more than 100 million are under excessive heat warnings and heat advisories, and weather prediction center. This is what they're saying. One third of the US population is under heat advisories, excessive heat warnings today and tomorrow, and more than 80% of the population, 265 million Americans, will see 90 degrees or higher over the next 7 days. The highest temperatures pushing through triple digits will once again be centered around the southern plains. More than 2 dozens are high temperatures, record high, possible today and tomorrow for the southern US, including Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and the East Coast, is about to get into the mix as well. Parts of the Northeast will also have temperatures nearing daily records Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, we're in the upper 90s both days. Heat advisories are now in effect for Wednesday for a portion of the Northeast, and including the I-95 corridor from Philadelphia to Boston, where temperatures will be forecast at 100 degrees. Mm-mm-mm. And I saw what's going on in the UK and France. Oh man, they are dying by the hundreds every day in that heat. I don't know how many of you have been following what's going on over there, but look like it's crazy all over. Dallas inched towards a daily record of 110 degrees yesterday, but topped at 109, making it the hottest day of the year so far. But today will be worse. They said temperatures will hit 111 degrees. Crushing the daily record of 108 degrees. The oppressive heat has strained the Texas power grid as the state expects another record energy demand. Excessive heat warnings, heat advisories are in effect through Wednesday for the North and Central Texas area. Temperatures will climb to 105 to 110 degrees. Wow. Ooh, man. Texas Outdoor Music announced they will delay their event as a result of the high temperatures. Yeah, you got to be crazy for having an outdoor event in these temperatures. All right. Very hot temperatures are expected with a wide span high near 105 degrees. All right, so some places across the eastern panhandles will warm up from 110 to 115 degrees. Woo! Wow. As hot temperatures, low humidity, and wind speeds pick up, a critical fire danger threat is also in effect for northern Texas and central Oklahoma. Oklahoma City could see temperatures near 110 degrees. Wow. They said the last time it was this high, it was 1936, 109 degrees. The last time we had a substantial stretch of heat was 2011, where we had 63 days greater than equal to 100 degrees. Wow. Woo. America's on fire, y'all. It's on fire. So in Arkansas, Western Arkansas, they said they are reaching temperatures of 106 degrees Fahrenheit. And they were without power on Tuesday after a windstorm damage to a electric system in Arkansas. They said the windstorm broke more than 40 electric poles. Woo, that must have been some storm. Mm-mm-mm. In Louisiana, a funeral will be held Thursday. Okay, so I guess the police department, they were having a funeral and they had to push the funeral to Thursday because of the hot, oppressive temperatures. All right, so it's bad all over. They're talking about Michigan and how hot it is there, boy. Mm-mm-mm. So look like the heat index, even if you're in the New England Northeast area, the heat index will be 100 degrees in those areas. New York, they said, is average around 84 degrees this time of the year. They could reach temperatures of 97 degrees. Yeah, that's rough when that's not your average and you're going well above it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the lower 48 is on fire this week, and for us, all next week, even going into August. But, y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.